YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. We're back with Gallop Racer 2001. As always, appreciate you guys' love and support. We're getting right back into it. Pretty solid episode last time out. We laid an egg in one race, and then the other race we just really didn't have a chance. But yeah, we really had some strong finishes. So Dizzy Dids, let's get her in another one. She runs 9 to 12 on the turf, so let's see what we can do for her. The Empress Cup, is she capable of running in that? I don't think so. And I don't know if it'd be smart to put her in a race like that, considering she's kind of on a hot streak right now. Her price is $12,600. You know what? I might regret this, but I'll give it a shot. Worst comes to worst, we just struggle. As long as I don't do terrible, we should be fine. And young YOLK, look at her, man. Look at that conditioning. Look at the braking. She's really a solid sprinting horse. So I have to make sure I get a really fast colt to breed with her, and we can start getting some really fast horses here in this series. But let's go ahead and find a 5 to 7 on the turf or dirt for her. They want her in the grade 3. You know what? Let's go. I think she's got the speed. Still 7 furlongs, so still a pretty short distance. Let's see how she does. We're 11th in the jockey standings, which it is what it is. If we were focused on trying to win out, we would. But I don't even know what rewards you get from winning. Or being at the top of the jockey standings. I don't know if you get money or if you get a free horse. If anybody knows, let me know. It might be in the pamphlet, the booklet, or whatever, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, we're here for the G3 Fantasy Stakes here with young YOLK. And middle of the field, but doesn't mean anything because we can run our race. I mean, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, yeah, 14 horses in this race. The betting public is saying 6 of us don't really have a chance. And the other 8 are extremely close. DINE is the heavy favorite going off there. What would be either 4 to 1 or 3 to 1, depending on if you're rounding up or if you want to round down. It doesn't matter. Heavy favorite. And the rest of the field, I think this could be a decent race. Like, nobody's like a bad long shot. Nothing like at 40 to 1 or 50 to 1 or something ridiculous like that. So I think it's going to be a closer race. Of course, the graded races in this game are always close. So, young YOLK, she wants to run to the front. We got to get her to the front. There she is, a beautiful gray filly there. We don't have a lot of those. Have we ever had a gray filly in Gallop Racer 2004? I know we do in 2003 now, but I can't remember if we've ever had a gray filly in 2004. I really can't. Either way, I'm excited. There's the favorite right here, DINE. So we'll see. Hopefully a good result here for young YOLK. It is the Fantasy Stakes, the G3 Fantasy Stakes. Let's get a good start. And great start. She gets out really well, man. I mean, my goodness. We can just kind of send her right to the front and she knows exactly what to do. And, you know, that's all there is to it. So, I think she should be comfortable here. Yeah, she's comfortable right here. I'm pretty sure in this position she would be fine even being in second. So, let's make sure we keep her where she's at. And if we time this spurt right and these other horses kind of gas out, we have a chance to finish in the money and potentially win this race. So this will be something special if we can get this done. Plenty of stamina left to go. We're not going to go yet. We're still waiting. We're still waiting. Still waiting. Still waiting. We're letting them tire out. Now we're going to go. The favorite hasn't gone yet. That's concerning. There goes DINE. Here we are with young folk. Maybe we can kind of get the jump on the favorite. This is a close horse race. I told you guys it was going to be close. The favorite's not pulling away completely. We're still staying up there. We're not going to get there. But, man, what I tell you, if we timed it right, we were going to be up there for a money place finish. Second place, the favorite didn't actually pull away, and the field wasn't separated by what seems like maybe more than 6 lengths. I mean, there's a lot of horses up there at the front. My goodness, that's a great second-place result. Young YOLK is looking amazing. Yeah, 92 rider eval, A start, A control. That's exactly what I want to see. DINE, only won by a length. Only won by a length. So, yeah, the field, the top 8 weren't really separated by more than, I think, 3 lengths. That's pretty tough for grade 3. It's another great result there from young YOLK. My goodness, I cannot wait to use her for breeding. And, like I said, we just have to find the right colt. I'm going to have to make sure I get a horse that's pretty similar to hers. I kind of want to build on that. I'm going to get a colt very similar to her, build on that, and see where we can go. And another race. We're back to back to back to back. Anyways, it is the Jimmy's Stakes, I guess. I'm assuming. Whatever. Another beautiful day here in San Francisco. We're the 4, Water Walking. And again, our odds, are, as you're kind of seeing, they don't really matter because we finished better for the most part than where we were projected to finish. Especially the last 2 races. So, this one, they're not really giving us a chance. Field of 13, they're saying 6 of us shouldn't be anywhere close. And again, not really I mean, Mimi's Loot, I guess, not the heavy favorite. I said that the last race about DINE. That's a mistake. I don't think she was the heavy favorite. She was the clear favorite, but not like a heavy one. Because she barely won that race. If it was a little bit longer, maybe a half a furlong longer, we could have gotten her at the wire in a photo finish. So, Mimi's Loot, again, the favorite. It's like the 2nd or 3rd time in this episode, or the last episode, I should say, that she's been the favorite. So, yeah. Very competitive field. Again, another competitive field. Not a graded race, but very competitive. Anybody can still realistically win this race. Water Walking. She is a late bloomer. This is her 11th race in her career. Let's see what she can do. Awful, right? Yeah, pretty bad. I know. We'll pretend it didn't happen. So, decent start here for Water Walking. We just got to keep her to the back, and as long as she's ahead of 1 horse, she will be happy. Kind of figuring that out now. Now, we're still way too far ahead. Can we, like, drop back, please? More. Thank you. No, more. She's not happy. I need a couple of you to, like, get past us, please. There we go. Yeah, it's really finicky in this game. It really is finicky. It's so kind of weird. Okay, 1 minute she's... Okay, maybe we're running too slow, clearly. I'm like, 1 minute she's upset, and the next minute she's not. Yeah, this is going to be a weird race. Don't bump. Oh my goodness. Trying to avoid that with the directional pad is the worst, bro. That is so difficult to do with the directional pad. I'm literally having to tap it so gently. Like, who plays games like that anymore? Okay, let's see what she can do here. Stay off the whip. Now we're going to push. At least we got her in blue on the stretch, but the remainder of the race, I mean, the first half of the race wasn't so good. Tough field. Like I said, she's a late bloomer, so we can't expect her to have any crazy spurts, and that's about as best as we're going to be able to do. 9th place. I think that's where we were supposed to finish. It's the best I can really do with that horse. She's a late bloomer, so got to be patient. Sometimes there's always that occasional comment, you have to do better. HRG, you have to do better. It's like, bro, she has like 3 years of development left. Relax. Be patient. My goodness. Patience cannot be that hard to have in this world. It really can't. Patience. We'll be fine. That's why I get late bloomers. I get them to develop them, to get used to how they race. That way, by the time they're ready to rock and roll, we can really hit it out of the park. And I've had success doing that. It works for me. Maybe some people just don't like that. That's fine, but it works for me. So, like, patience. It's going to be fine. So not doing great with that horse is not bad. Because, again, she's not even going to be good until she's 7 years old. She's only 4. Still technically 3 more years. Maybe she'll start showing early promise at 6. So at the minimum, still 2 years until we see her at her best. Plenty of time. Dial in. And then by the time she's 6, she should be able to win us in a lot of races, or at least finish in the money a lot to help us with earnings. Either or is fine with me, so I'm not worried. We have a grade 1 here for Dizzy Dits. I just feel like we're going to be the long shot. It's all the gals for the Empress Cup going 11 furlongs. The condition is fair today. Another beautiful day in sunny San Francisco, California. And, I'm nervous to look at the odds here. Yeah, we're the second to last long shot. I figured. I mean, she's a Dizzy Dits. I like her. She's a solid horse, but I mean, she's not grade 1 ready. Yeah, I don't know if she ever will be, to be honest. I don't think we have a real grade 1 horse. Maybe Young YOLK. She might be the only one that could potentially run in a grade 1 by the time she's 4 years old. Young YOLK is still only a 2-year-old filly. So once she gets to 4, maybe we can put her in a grade 1 every blue moon. But she's the only horse right now I think that's capable of that. Everybody else is grade 2s at the highest and lower than that. So we're expected to finish second to last. So as long as we don't finish second to last or last, that means we have accomplished our goal. So let's look through the field again. Another kind of close field. Tropic Heat. I don't know if you would consider him more of a heavier favorite. Looking at the rest of the field, I mean, it's still a couple horses that can win. But he might actually be the heavy favorite in this field. Nobody's really close, except for like 1 horse. So that's at least a given. It's the grade 1, or excuse me, I forgot. It's all fillies and mares. Grade 1 Empress Cup. Great. My goodness, what a start for Dizzy Dits. And you know what? If she wants to go to the front, I say we go to the front. And then we move to second place, but you guys know what I mean. And then we're back in the front. Now, let's make sure she's not going too crazy here. Okay, now she's in the green. I know I have to get her feel right, and now she's in the blue. Perfect. So ideally, I just want to keep her right here. Yep. Just want to keep her right here, looking at the rest of the field here. So we kind of scan back. So she's in the blue. This is good. For us to be the second to last long shot, I mean, if we could have a great result here and keep her in the blue, that's exactly what you want. Pace is slow. She should have enough juice in the tank at the end here. And we're still going to start our spurt late. We have our positioning. I'm exactly where I want to be with Dizzy Dits in this Empress Cup, this Grade 1 Empress Cup. So I'm not worried. I'm kind of shocked that I actually have her in the blue at the front. Pace is slow, which means she's not burning herself out. And I'll wait till everybody else gets going. So let's go ahead and turn to the inside and we'll kind of see. Okay, they're rolling now. That's fine. That's fine. Now let's go. I know we're the long shot, but let's see what Dizzy can do. We just have to finish better than... I mean, well, there's no goals to reach. It's not like Gallop Racer 2004. It's a Grade 1, man. She's racing outside of her means. Still going to finish in 8th. That's not bad, man. We were supposed to finish 13th. That's still a very solid effort from a horse that had realistically no chance. Even if I went earlier in my spurt, it wouldn't have mattered. She didn't have the speed. Anybody could have saw that clear as day. She didn't have the speed really to pass any of those horses, you know, and just kind of fly by. Could she keep up with the majority of the field? Yeah, but she wasn't going to pass anybody. So that's a solid. I mean, look at that. Guts, temper, incline. I mean, everything is up for the rider eval. So I ran that race as best as I could, and I have no complaints, man. That's all I want. Good results. Good results and good promise. Let's get Joy lucky in a race again, since she's the first one we'll be retiring for breeding. In fact, she's the only one we will be retiring. She runs 8 to 10. I don't wear her in a G3 and a 6 furlong race. I'm gonna try her in 6. Sometimes I will kind of go outside the box of the game. If I see a race I like, regardless of what the game says the horse should be running, sometimes that works for me. We've won races like that. So every blue moon I'll do that, just to be like, yeah, let's see. So Night Factil, when is he gonna be ready to be retired? Oh, he's on the decline already, so fast spurt for him. No wins though for Night. Still 81 turf, 77 dirt, and his bars, you know, nothing is heavy blue, so he's still average. He's average enough to, I think, use for breeding and to retire. He just might be sitting there for a while. So Night Factor, let's get him in to a 7 or 8 furlong on the TIF, and perfect. Not running him in the Mile Cup. I was gonna say the Mile Champ in the Mile Champ Cup, so I said the Mile Cup. Awful. Again, as always, that's just the theme of this channel. My brain is always going at like 100 miles an hour sometimes, and I'm just thinking of so many words at once, and I end up saying, I literally end up saying, you know, I combine them into a word that doesn't even exist. The dictionary of Eric, the dictionary of HRG, whatever you want to call it. Totally a thing. Should be a thing. Anybody doesn't know by now, my name is Eric. E-R-I-K, not C, not C-K. I've seen Eric with a Q. Kinda gross. I mean, big time gross. But I think, you know, K, I like my K. It's weird to say that, but you know, some people don't like their names. They really don't. It's kind of sad. Like, you're stuck with that for the rest of your life unless you legally want to go through all the rules of changing it. I actually like my name. And it's not a whole lot of Erics here with Ks. Most of them are Cs, and every time somebody's like, oh, Eric with a K. Oh. It's like, yeah, it's with a K. Joy Lucky doesn't have a chance here today, probably because of the distance, but it's fine. Only 8 horses, so we'll run our best and see what we do. Anywho's, I've been thinking about things to do for the community here going into the spring. I know people have suggested like Discords and chats. The only problem is I'm never really active in chats that I start with like my communities. Just because I always get preoccupied with video editing and just other things in my life, I just forget to go in the chats. You know, I'm really busy. Like if I'm not recording, I'm always busy with something most of the time. So I just don't remember to go into the chats. I may think about it every blue moon, but I just forget that, you know, I create them. I'll be active in them when they first start, and then I just kind of disappear. And yeah, I'd rather not do that knowing that I'm going to be busy. You know what I mean? Of course, I guess if certain people just understood that, then that'd be fine, but that doesn't always work. Usually people aren't as reasonable with understanding as a YouTuber. You know, you have your own life, a personal life outside of YouTube, and as much as you like engaging and doing all that stuff, sometimes you have to do your, you know, you have to take care of your business, and sometimes you just kind of want to be by yourself, or, you know, if you're not, you don't really want to talk to people. I'm introverted, so I'm very to myself, and sometimes I just have those times where I don't necessarily want to socialize or anything like that. Wow, to think that if I would have gotten going a little bit sooner and I wasn't in my own head as far as just what I was discussing, could have been a better finish, but I mean, whatever. Still, start A control, Rider Eval 64, probably because we finished in last. So, still fine. I mean, I'm not upset at that at all. Why would I be? But yeah. So, I'm not sure what I'll do. I created an Instagram, but it wasn't really working. It's like, I guess nobody really wants to look at, like, you posting screenshots of, like, you know, your progress in game like this, unless it's something very specific. But the horse racing niche is already very small, and horse racing gaming as a niche on YouTube is even smaller. Outside of Rival Stars or Star Stables, there's nothing else that I think is bigger. They're very small, niche related things. So I'm just not sure what I should do. I would like to do something, I think, to keep everybody, you know, or I should say to get everybody involved in something if you want to, outside of YouTube. And again, that would just mean a website or a page or, you know, a Discord or something. But like I said, the chats I'm always kind of in and out of every blue moon. Night Factor, we are the second favorite in this open. Cool. Field 13, we have post position 1. Let's get out, settle them in, and run our race. But yeah, I'm just not sure exactly what to do or create. That's pretty much about the only thing. Like I said, a chat, I'm just telling people right now, if you wanted me to create a group chat where we could just kind of talk and discuss horse racing or whatever, even non-horse racing related stuff, you know, off YouTube, I'm fine with that. Just be aware I'm not going to be in there all the time. You know what I mean? But I think if it's something that you guys would want to kind of interact with each other, then that would be great. You know what I mean? I think building a community here, I mean, that's always been my goal. It's always my goal with any YouTube channel, to build a community of like-minded people. It doesn't matter from where, you know, you reside in the world or whatever. We all get alike and we like the same things. That's all that should really matter. Nothing else is really relevant at that point. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think. A Twitter page, a Facebook page. I have a Facebook page. I don't have a Twitter one, but I do have a Facebook one. Okay, now Night Factor, got to get him settled. He's supposed to be way at the back. I kind of fell asleep. Now he's okay now. So our control is probably not going to be a good grade already, I can tell. But it's fine. I mean, he's in the blue now, so that means he's comfortable, fortunately. I'm surprised I didn't have to take him all the way to last place, because that's what I've had to do for the other horses. Now, there's no gate. I don't know where I'm going to go. There's, like, no gap. And we're the second favorite, so where the heck are we going to go? Oh, man. And I can't even bump a horse out the way. You're going to take my gap. Can we shoot up the inside here? I think we can. Yes, we can. Oh, my goodness. We can go right up the inside, but we're going to get there too late. We're going to get there too late. I was hesitant because I'm like, okay, if I can't shoot this gap, I'm going to have to stay somewhere else. Oh, my goodness. We totally could have won that race, considering I thought I ran it pretty poorly in the first half. Yeah, control. We got an A for control. Wow. Rider Eval was still almost an 80. That's incredible because I handled the beginning stages of that race poorly, but I did get him settled into the blue. So that means at least I got that part right. Oh, man, that's a bummer. We really could have won that. Okay. Yeah, Joy Luckily lost points. That's annoying. All right. Water Walking is ready to go again. His son is Young YOLK. Let's get Young YOLK in another race. 5 to 7 on the turf or the dirt, whatever comes first. The Philly Cup. Let's try her. It's a furlong longer. I know. Get it? Furlong longer. Oh my goodness. Yep. The cringe is pretty close to 100 today. And that's sad to say coming from me. Because I despise cringy things, but you know. Yeah. She's going to furlong longer. I think that's a good joke. Furlong, longer. Come on, long. You gotta at least give me a 5 on that one. 5 out of 10. Water walking. She runs 8 to 10 on the turf, preferably 7 or 8. Usually 7 should be good. And the Andromeda stage, she should do fine in that. These will be the last 2 races of this video. And I just want to say right quick, I'm paranoid about it. I am. I will forever be paranoid about making sure I do regular saves if there's no auto save in a game. Because sometimes you get so wrapped up in the game, you literally forget to save, and then something happens or whatever, and you lose all your progress. So I'm just like, I would rather save frequently than forget to save and lose all that progress. Made that mistake few too many times. There was only a few times I made that mistake, but I lost so much progress and it was so frustrating, especially after I got through like difficult parts in the game. I'm just in the habit of doing that now.
It's the field of 13 for the Andromeda open race here. 7 furlongs on the turf. We had the long shot. We have no chance today.
I swear to you, I felt like I was just talking from 5 different accents in one, and I don't really know what I wasn't going for anything specific. I was just talking and just going with whatever came out. We have no chance here today with water walking. But again, she's a late developer. 2 years minimum until she's going to be in competitive shape. So really, I just need to run her a couple of times a year between now and then. I don't even have to race her that often. I really don't. I'll pay attention to like when she'll start getting kind of agitated if she's sitting for too long, but I'm going to race her very sparingly. I mean, we've already, this will be her 12th race, so it's been a dozen races with her. We just need to wait and be patient. There's really not much else we need to do. And racing her frequently, I don't think is going to necessarily help or make a difference. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would much rather just be more patient with her, put her in what I think are more ideal races, and then see how she performs, and then go from there. I don't think it makes sense to just run her 20 times a year because we can. If I don't have to, I won't. Don't think it's necessary. Now, nothing is freeing up here really, so I have no idea where we're gonna go. Oh, I don't know where to go. Okay, here's a gap, but one of these horses are probably going to get up there before I do. I forgot we're the long shot anyways. We are the long shot, and we're not going to finish in last. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Okay, objection, 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 objection. You moved right in front of me, bro. Objection. But of course, the AI never get inquiries or objections in the game. But God forbid you move your horse to the outside just to get out of the way, and oh, they'll ping you with an inquiry right away. That's just how it works. Whatever. We were supposed to finish dead last. We finished 7th. We beat 6 other horses. So, good result. I'm happy with that. And the rider eval also shows that. Cool. Last race of the video. We're racing with Young YOLK in the G1 Philly Cup, going 8 furlongs. Gonna be tough. I just want to see what she's capable of doing. I don't need to put any of these horses in another grade 1 for the rest of their careers, because I don't think any of them are at that level. They're great horses. I like them for what they can do for us. But they're not grade 1 horses. We're not there yet, which is good. That means there's still a lot of growth here in this game and in this series.
Full field of 14. It's only the 2-year-old fillies running 8 furlongs on the turf.
And again, with a long shot. As I suspected. I wasn't expecting us to have like odds that would put us, past half the field. No way. No way. But yeah, let's just try to not finish in last, right? That's the goal. And just see what. That's so cool. So cool. I know in the other titles, it's a beautiful day for racing, or the horses are on the track. Like, I know that it has that, but I mean, what we just heard, that's legit. That's legit, people. I'm trying to get people sold on this game so like somebody else can play this, because I swear nobody else on YouTube is playing this game as a series outside of me. I mean, well, that's kind of the case with a lot of the games. Of course, more people play 2004 and 2006 and Rival Stars, which is amazing, but nobody's playing 2001. Nobody's touching 2003. A couple people here and there will upload videos of Gallop Racer 3 like randomly. But like they're not series. They're just uploading themselves playing with like perfect horses with like 110 speed. I'm like, how is that fun, bro? It's almost like they're hacking. It's just like, that can't be enjoyable. It's not for me. Like, I like training with my horses, developing with them, and watching them get faster and get better over time. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It would be nice to see other people just playing some of these other titles. Like I said, I just like seeing how other people play the game. That's why, like, I always tell people when there are comments that are criticizing the way I'm playing, I'm like, I like to watch people play the game, even if it's bad or if it's a way that I don't like to watch. I mean, or care about. What I'm trying to say is, if I'm watching a YouTuber play a game that I also play, but they play it completely differently than I do, I like that. It's nice. That was a bad race, but I mean, we still beat 4 other horses, or 5 other horses. We were supposed to finish in last. Keep that in mind. But I like seeing different people's approaches to playing games. You know, I understand, I guess, being sometimes annoyed if you feel like somebody could be playing better and they're not. But at the end of the day, if they're playing the game they want to the way they're playing it, just let it be. That's the way I am. Like, I'm a big Halo fan. I don't know if any of you guys, I mean, I'm sure some of you have obviously heard or played Halo. I mean, Halo is my favorite game of all time. As much as I love horse racing and anime and stuff, like, Halo is definitely like my thing. As far as all games and lores and universes, Halo is my number one. I watch other guys play Halo that are pretty bad, but I enjoy just watching other POVs. Even if sometimes it can be a little painful to see some obvious mistakes and errors and just bad ways of playing, it's just like, I just enjoy seeing other people play the game in a different way, whether they're good or bad. I just wish kind of more people could do that in general, especially with uploads that I do, because, you know, I play this game the way I like to play it. You know what I mean? It's what makes it enjoyable for me. Usually if I start playing a game like how somebody else plays it or wants me to play it, it then becomes unenjoyable for me, even if it makes me good. That's not the point. I like having fun. That's kind of the whole point of playing video games. It's to have fun. It's to enjoy yourself. So if you're not doing that, then what is the point? You know? So it's one thing if maybe I'm not aware of something that could help. That's one thing. And I love those comments that do help. But if it's just because I'm playing in a different way, it's like, well, at that point, you just got to find somebody that plays the way you want. And unfortunately for the horse racing gaming community, there's not a whole lot of other YouTubers that are playing games consistently outside of Rival Stars and Star Stables, which I did play that. I gave it a shot. It felt very long. I was going to continue to try to give it a shot, just to try to maybe do some expansion on the channel, but everything just felt so long. I couldn't do it anymore. But yeah, huge community for Star Stable. My goodness. It's like a freaking Disney parade that's the size of a whole country of just Star Stables content and gamers, and that thing is really, really, really big. It's the biggest horse racing game. I mean, well, not even horse racing. It's the biggest horse, quote-unquote, game. Horse-related game, whatever. I'm pretty sure the community for that is bigger than anything else. Bigger than Rival Stars, bigger than any other game for sure. That's going to do it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Appreciate the love and support. A little bit silly here today, but still, I mean, I thought we had pretty solid results. I don't think we may have had one race where we didn't finish where I needed to, but otherwise we were long shots in several of those races and we beat out almost half of the field. So that's progress, and that is what I would consider some good results. So yeah, appreciate you guys' love and support as always. But until next time, it is Horse Racing Gamers, and now hope you all have a great and fantastic day. I'll see you, and goodbye.